Skiers ready. Attention.
Take this one ahead of Florian Wilmsman, or is he Wilmsman charging hard towards the line, but dead on Edis. But this could be an upset for him, he's in trouble out there, he's crashed. Viva battling hard at Catbackers. Oh, look at that.
2025 World Champion.
Hello and welcome to the FIS Ski Cross Race Talk, coming to you live from Val Thorens. Tomorrow, it's finally time. The gates drop, the chaos returns, the battle for the Olympic spots is on. And tonight, we have a very special treat for you. We have the best of the Ski Cross World Cup with us here tonight. We have the top 3 men and the top 3 women, plus the Olympic champions in the house. And now, we will start with our first guest, the fastest women of the last season.
The women's Crystal Globe battle remained close throughout the season. Daniela Meyer took the lead with back-to-back wins in Innichen. Marielle Thompson and India Sherritt continued to challenge with consistent performances, trading the lead as the season progressed. But at the World Championships, India suffered an injury and stepped out of the globe fight. Meanwhile, Fanny Smith captured her first World Championship title in 12 years and went on to win the final World Cup race, securing the Crystal Globe.
And they're here now with me. We have Canada's rising star, India Sherritt. Welcome. We have Germany's shooting star, Daniela Meyer. Good to have you here. And of course, the one who conquered it all, double world champion and Crystal Globe winner, Fanny Smith from Switzerland. So good to see you girls. Thanks for being here. So before we get serious, we will start with a little game, get you all warmed up. So it goes like this. I will read a sentence and you point to the woman it describes.
Yes.
Ready? So who is the most fearless?
The most what?
Fearless.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good. Who is the sneakiest overtaker? Or the most overtakes?
The most overtakes?
Yes. Come on.
I think it's me.
Danny.
Let's say tiny.
Okay.
Okay, who sleeps longest on race day?
I guess it's me.
That was no surprise. Sometimes I'm worried you're too late.
Yeah, you know, every time I can pick this time to rest, I pick it.
Smart. Okay, who has the biggest celebration scream in the finish line?
AJ is quite good.
I feel like my celebration needs a little bit of work, but
But you have quite a good voice.
yeah, okay, I'll take it.
All right, that was a surprise. Can we get a demo
Oh. Do a demo.
of your celebration? No. Okay, tomorrow.
No, maybe tomorrow.
Who
you
is
see
the
it.
fastest starter?
I think
I think
three.
It's so even.
Me. It's
It depends on the start, I would say.
Yeah.
So we have a statistics that says India is the whole shot champion, so the first one into the first turn. Okay, and who is most likely to forget something on race day?
It's me. It's me.
What's the worst thing you have forgotten?
I forgot my boot liners one time.
Oh.
I did my inspection and my training run in liners from our strength and conditioning coach in my race shells. It was terrible.
That worked?
No, but yes.
Okay. Well, you managed. Well, that takes us to the last one. Who is ready for Olympic gold?
I think.
everybody
All of us. All of us.
I love that. That's exactly how we want to start a race talk. So, let's get started. Let's move on to the lady who already has 2 bronze medals at the Olympics. Yes, funny, exactly. What an impressive season, but more so, what an impressive career. You are already starting into the 17th World Cup season this season.
I think 18, but yeah.
Okay, I got the drop. 18, even more impressive. And you are the only girl that has been at every Olympics since the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
And you are one of the most consistent racers. You have not since 2012 you haven't missed one single season. So I want to ask, what is the secret to your longevity? What is the funny formula to stay on top for so long?
I think I was always take importance of my health from the beginning on. I passed pro when I was 16 years old, and I put all my energy in that. So it was something really important. Even though that I always had some problems, some injury in between, I always try to have a good staff around me to get back up quickly and good actually to really fix my problem. Even if I start some races with some broken stuff, it's still always thinking about still the health of my body and manage the risk.
Yes, and you're also known as a very meticulous worker. You're always trying to fine-tune something.
Yeah, I think that's what kept me also motivated. After all those years, I love what I do, but it's also something at the end. It's a job like every other job, if I could say, and it's every year is kind of the same. How you prepare, how everything's get into the season. So when I try to find to get my motivation on, I try to change stuff in my preparation or with my staff or however to just keep me keep me simply motivate on going and continue to do what I do.
Yes, and it looks also that you're kind of like playing a smart game. So last season you started a little bit slower, and then when it really counted, you got the...
Yeah, I think I was really ready before the season. I was fit. I had a good preparation. Then I had a crash in Arosa, and I knew I missed I missed one race. Then I started in the second one in Initiation, which was completely stupid. But anyway, after that, for me, the Chris Catal Globe was not even more in my head, because I knew that in our sport you need to be consistent the whole way. And after I just pick skis race after race, just enjoying the moment and trying to do my best. And at the end, just before the World Champs, the race before was Canada. Then I end up with the leader bib, which was pretty surprising for me. And then from that on, I say, oh, actually, that could be possible. So I push it till the end.
Yeah, so what my question was that, so listening to you, that was not a deliberate strategy at all?
No, it was not. It was not at all a deliberate strategy. This year will be maybe something different. I had some problem in my preparation, so I know that I'm not ready, and I know that I still have potential in my training. Everything is kind of late with my physical preparation. So I know that this year I'm not pretty worried if it doesn't work straight at the beginning of the season, because I know that I have some time until February.
So what's the plan for tomorrow then?
Enjoy, have fun, get skiing again with the girls, because we don't see a lot each other anymore in the summer on the glaciers. So just having fun with all the girls on the gate or on the course.
And the strategy for the Olympics?
I don't say that. I keep it for me.
Well, we're still staying with you, Fanny. So talking about your World Championship title, I mean, you had to be very patient. You have a lot of medals, but it took you 12 years to get that gold medal again. What did it feel like to get that at home and be in front of that big crowd?
I think it was quite a lot of pressure from Switzerland. The course wasn't really built for me, for my gabarit, for my my size, and I knew that I needed to do no mistake at all, just to give my best out there. And I like when there is a lot of pressure on. For me, actually, to be honest, the most pride is not like to have again the World Championships medal. It's just to have done a World Championships medal at every World Champs from 2013. I think. So I think that's it again shows like the consistency which I love actually to have and try to continue on that way, because I'm not there just to participate, you know, it's something that was always something important for me.
Yes, and afterwards there was a big party. It was amazing. Did you get to party?
Oh yes, I get to party. Yeah, I had some friends there, so it was a concert. It was really nice to do. A lot of dancing. The next days I was exhausted, almost had like muscle pain just because of the dancing and not because of the skiing, so it was really fun.
So Fanny Smith does get crazy too.
Yes, but you don't see it often.
Thank you. And I still have one more question, sorry, because we're going into an Olympic season and this woman has 4 Olympics in her backpack. Your 5th one is hopefully coming up for you. So how did your approach this time for your preparation change compared to the first ones?
I think the first one was, you know, I was the youngest there, and it was kind of already a surprise to be so quick into, you know, to actually qualify for this first Olympics from our sport. I was 17 and it was, you know, like amazing. I was a child. It was in Vancouver. It was everything was great. So I went there more like, you know, with this insouciance. I don't know if you say that. Like, you know, I was more like children talk or things, you know, not really thinking much. And now it's something different. You know, I
You have a lot of experience.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience in this game, but still it's something pretty, you know, intense.
Would you share with us what you have learned? Like what is
I think, yeah, I know. I mean, now I really try to don't put much pressure on. You know, now for me, I don't really have to prove anything more. That's my feeling. You know, actually I put on me. For me, it's just now enjoying the moment, trying to actually enjoy more the good moment, because as you know, all my career, you know, I was really focused, and every time, you know, I had the podium or I won, my head was already in the next race, and what I have done was already in the back. And I learned that, you know, the good moment, you have to really live them and enjoy them a bit more, because the tough moment, that's always some things that stay longer. So to get in these games is more about, you know, appreciating those moments, and also this journey to the Olympics.
Thank you. I hope you can enjoy this journey. And with that, we will go to the next one. Pick the brain of somebody that also has an Olympic medal. Dani. So Dani, last season, you started absolutely on fire. You had 2 podiums here in Val Thorens and then double win in Inischen. Suddenly you were the hunted one, not haunted, hunted. What did that teach you to be the hunted one? And how did that influence your prep?
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I was so proud. I mean, I love the track in Val Thorens, and as well I love the track in Inischen. I have always a good feeling there. And yeah, I had that little dream that I get the leader bib, for sure, for one time. And then suddenly it came true, so I was a little bit overwhelmed. And yeah, I had some fun moments during the Christmas break when I was like, for example, in the supermarket, and suddenly my thought come inside and was like, hey, Dani, you're the World Cup leader right now.
Love that.
That was sometimes a bit, yeah, crazy. But now I got the taste of it, and yeah, I want to have it more often for sure.
And it looks like you got a really good taste, because you started this qualification round really well. I mean, if we finish with the qualification, you have 2 podiums again going into this race tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. I'm very happy with it. But for me, the first qualifications are always just like coming back into the race mood and find my basic speed and yeah, figure out where's my standing. But yeah, it's just for the confidence. It's really good, and I'm excited for the upcoming days.
And Dani, we sorry, I have to cut you a little short. We're losing time. I just wanted to know one more thing about you. You have a very special tattoo. Do you
yes.
mind to show that to
Yeah,
us?
I have a little tattoo right here.
Can you show it to the camera?
Do you see it? It's a little starship. It's just, yeah, I think I did it in 2021. I did it, and it's just to remember me to just dream as big as I can. And yeah, the little thing as child, you always knew if you're seeing a starship, take a wish, and that's remember.
It
me?
remembers you? Yeah.
Yeah, that I never give up and fight for my dreams.
And this little starship, it also remembered you to fight for your medal, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's showing my best and then having fun, and then we see what happens.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that story. And keep that spirit up.
Yeah, sure. I will.
And then we move to the next girl that also never stopped believing. India. You had an absolutely dream season until your crash in St. Moritz. There was almost no big final without you. Your coach told me that even yourself, you were surprised about your success a little bit. So I want to ask you, what moment do you keep in your heart that was a moment you realized I belong to the top?
I think a big one that I kind of keep thinking back to when I maybe have a little bit of self-doubt is my win last year here in Val Thorens. I was feeling really uncertain going into it. I just hadn't felt like I had a very good preparation season. I just didn't really feel comfortable with myself in a lot of ways. And, you know, I had a really great conversation with our mental performance coach, and he kind of told me this story about one, like being a little bit more aggressive, and then also just like, I can't remember what the Alicia Keys quote is, unfortunately, but basically to like give yourself permission to succeed. And that was something that really stuck with me. And I just kind of went into the next day, and I remember standing in the gate, and I kind of told myself, I'm like, you can win, and I'm gonna like let myself do that. And it really kind of set the tone for the season. I think I didn't have a lot of expectation, and then once I realized like that gate that I opened for myself, I just kind of kept running with it.
And how do you feel for tomorrow then? We are here back in Val Thorens.
I'm excited. You know, quali didn't really go as well as I had wanted it to. I just am not quite feeling my best. But at the same time, I know that when it comes down to it, like the race is the race, and quali, you know, it's important, but it also doesn't really matter too much. And I'm gonna go out there tomorrow, and I'm gonna give my best. And I have these two in my first heat, so.
Together.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah, nice and casual right off the bat.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go out there and just, you know, have some fun. That's kind of what I've been focusing on, is just like, I have one of the coolest jobs in the world, and I love what I do, and just an incredible opportunity to do something I am so passionate about. And yeah, just gonna go have a good time.
You've also come super far. You have a super inspiring story. You overcome bulimia and the challenging back injury, and you're here now on the top. So if you think back, did you, like 15-year-old you, did believe in that? Or like, what would you say right now?
I think there was maybe a little piece of me that always really wanted that, but you know, I had so much self-doubt when I was a kid, and like really struggled with my self-worth, believing in myself. And you know, over the years, I've kind of worked on getting through those kind of limiting beliefs into like my core value, that is like, I do believe that I can win. And like, you know, I've worked through a lot of stuff. There's not been really any easy day for me. You know, kind of in my career. I guess there's some easy days, but it's been a struggle. But that, I think, makes the success that I've found so much more worth it.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. With that, we have to wrap up the girls already. You guys have a race tomorrow. You can go prepare. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, we head over to the men. Yeah.
He was fifth in qualifying. So the race underway. 100 World Cup points up in this one ahead of Florian Wilmsman. Or is he Wilmsman charging hard towards the line?
From the very first photo finish, the battle lines were drawn.
Simone Deramadis versus Florian Wilmsman, setting the tone for an epic season.
Canadian Reese Howden in second in yellow. Step on, step off. Butterbox, it is finished well.
But it wasn't a two-man duel for long, because from the shadows came the Canadian powerhouse, Reese Howden. A home soil victory that pushed him closer to the leader's bid.
Reese Howden.
Wilmsman answers back. Another victory, another twist in the chase.
And then it all came down to the grand season finale. Reese Howden showing nerves of steel. Dominating both races and with a record-breaking 7 wins, claiming his third Crystal Globe.
There you have it. That was wild to watch, and we're lucky to have the stars of this wild battle, the tightest battle of last season with us. We have the overall champion, Reese Howden from Canada, second overall, Simone Deramadis, and third from Germany, Florian Wilmsman. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I mean, I was having so much fun watching you guys fight over the bib the whole season. What is your memories about this? How did you live it?
Who's first?
You two.
Yeah, so for sure for the beginning of the season, it was already tight battle from the first race. Maybe every race we switch the gold bib, so it was like a hot potato game. Like I was one time and he one time, and then in the end, between the two, the third comes, no? Like always.
Yeah, I think Reese was just bored in January and then thought, yeah, he could get us on for the rest of the season. But yeah, like Dero said, for me it was also really special that from the first race on, it was a battle between us two. And then, yeah, Reese joined.
Yeah, I feel like your guys' level was so high that you made Reese step up his game, because Reese was here last season in the race talk and he said he's ready for his third Crystal Globe, but he had to get like 7 wins, which is a record, to get that. So yeah. So what impressed you most about how he did that?
Well, I can talk for myself that I was pretty good season, like having 3 wins, 5 or 6 podiums. It was like a big step compared to the last season before. And yeah, then Reese came and crushed it in the end of the season. And you thought like, yeah, I made 900 points, still third, kind of bummer, but yeah, still had a great feeling about the season.
And Reese, how was it for you?
Well, it was great. Like I remember watching the preseason, and Simone and Wilmsy were getting really good skiing, and you could tell they were skiing really fast. And we actually struggled with the Canadian team last year with getting some good skiing, and just weather was just didn't really work out well for us. And I tore my abdomen in the preseason too, so I was kind of doing like low volume stuff. And when we came to Val Thorens last year, I definitely could tell, I'm like, oh crap, these guys are definitely on another level, and it's time to step up the game. But I know I've always kind of been a bit of a closer when it comes to the season, and you know, having a race like Idra as a final race for me is really good, because I've had a lot of success there, and it's a strong one. But yeah, no, they definitely were pushing me to be better, and no, it's awesome, and you know, excited. You know, it's with the way the circuit is right now, like it's more competitive than it's ever been. Like we have 5 guys right now that have 1,000 points, which means 2 World Cup wins, and so it's yeah, it's tight, and it's really competitive.
So you still get nervous about them challenging you, or are you pretty comfortable with your qualification result today?
Well, like I said before, like the competition is really high, but I just try my best to focus on my skiing and try and be as fast as I can, as fast as I can be. But you know, it's going to be tricky with Val Thorens here. It's the start is a little bit weird in terms of you can't pull out at 100%. And so, you know, it's going to be who can be, you know, closest to that line of not going too slow, but not going too fast, so you overshoot and mess up. So, no, it's going to be hard racing, and you know, these guys are all skiing really fast, and I think I'm actually in a better place than I was last year too. So, no, it's going to be great, but I'm excited to get after another.
And you're
season.
already thinking tactics, right? Because your coach told me you're super analytical. So can you tell me when was a race that you actually won with your brains and not with the speed?
Honestly, the biggest one is Idra and maybe Valley de Fassa, like those races that are a lot flatter and there's a lot more draft involved and stuff like that. You can think about, you know, okay, if I'm in second, I'm going to try and come out of this turn in a certain way so I can catch a good draft and make a pass. But Idra's like that for sure. I know I've had a couple times there where I have pulled out and not tried to be in first so that I could have a good draft at the bottom and get a pass. Unfortunately, the last time I did that was with my teammate Chris Mahler, but it worked out for me. But that's part of racing, and but yeah, no, you have to be tactical, and if you really want to get the success at all the different races.
Thank you, Simone. You had a pretty good season. You had most podiums, 10 times. But you also were talking about this curse about the bib, the leader bib. So I want to ask you, what did you learn for your mental game?
So yeah, for sure was a super good season. I found like consistency, which is really difficult in our sport. And yeah, I think I hope this season goes the same. And yeah, I had a big step up from the previous season where I was like, maybe I was still a bit young, and I learned some more stuff. And yeah, I was training good in the summer. I felt good. I felt I was fast, and then I don't know, everything happened afterwards. So
you're still super young. You're only 25, and this season you have home Olympics coming up. That's big. The stakes are even higher. The pressure is probably higher. How do you feel about this racing at home?
Yeah, for sure. Already Olympics is a big event. It's a dream of every athlete to perform well there. And having it home has like good and bad things. Like good thing for sure, you have like home food that is good in Italy, and you know, the home crowd. And on the other side, maybe you could feel a bit more pressure because, of course, all the people want you to perform and do well. And so I think the only thing is to take it like another race and just hope for the best. As I said, in this sport is very difficult to have an idea of what's going to happen because you're still together with three other people, and you don't know every hit what's going to happen. So I will just try to do the best possible in the World Cup events to get good confidence into the Olympics, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, last season before the World Champs, you had a little crash, a little big crash, which influenced the World Champs. So how does that influence how you approach? Are you going to be more cautious, or are you going to go full send, Simone style?
Well, yeah, I was like also the other World Champs that I actually won. I was coming back from a crash, and yeah, I was never really lucky going into big events. I always had something. Like last year, I was really bad. Like my leg was very sore. I was not even sure if I should start or just save energy for the last races, but you know, it was World Champs, and I really liked the track in St. Moritz, and I really wanted just to join, and in the end it was not even too bad. I mean, no medal, but still I could race. And yeah, for this year I think you cannot make any program like I can take the race before easy, because if you're not going 100%, I think you even risk even more to have a crash, because when you're doing some jumps and some stuff, if you don't go full commitment, it's even more dangerous. For sure, you have to see how much to push, but yeah, full send I think is always the best way.
Full send tomorrow too, in that case.
Yeah, for sure.
And I heard you're a gym lover, and you have pretty big squats, I saw. Do you think you have the biggest ones of them all?
Well, with Reese is a really difficult battle. Like maybe quads I can keep up, but everything else for sure not. So. Yeah, I think like hitting the gym hard is the best way to perform in winter, and also to save yourself from crashes like last year. I think if I was not that fit, I think maybe knees or something would be way more sore than it was. So yeah, and then I'm lucky that I like hitting the gym. Like it's not bad for me. Like maybe some of my teammates, they say, no, I have to train today, but I just like to go hit the gym and lift some weights. So. That's I'm lucky on that side.
So Florian, up to you. You already got a taste this year. What's going to be up? What could be up this season? Because you guys went to Yukon with the German team. You had training with the Canadians together. Did you already challenge Reese? How confident are you that this time it's the other way around?
Well, yeah, we made some test races. It's good to have good training partners. And I think like the Canadian team, they have a lot of good athletes. So it's nice to push the limits already in training. And yeah, all I can say the speed is there. First quali was not working out really good, but still have the confidence this training was working really good. So let's see for the races, for the season, how it's going.
Yeah, unfortunately you are not at the start tomorrow. You didn't qualify. Does that make you nervous, angry?
Well, in the first place, after the first qualification, for sure it's not a good feeling to miss the first race, especially when you're feeling good and fast on the track and you're not able to bring down the run and qualification. But yes, with the second qualification, I'm really happy. And yeah, so it is. I think last season showed us that you miss one or two races, like Reese didn't ski right down in the end and still managed to have a great season. You have just to learn from the mistakes and then keep on working.
Yeah, so and I heard you also changed material. Does that influence your
for sure.
start, do you think?
I'm feeling really good on the focal skis. But for sure, when you go on new material for the first season, you always have situation where you don't feel comfortable, where you still have like to make some more training on them in special situations. But overall, I'm really happy with the change, and I think that was the right decision.
Okay, Reese, I think these guys are ready, but you look super ready too. You have 1 and 3 in quali, right? So tell me, what did you do in summer prep? What is that special Reese ingredient that makes a record-winning ski cross racer?
Well, like same deal with Simone, like, you know, being in the gym, training, and then for me, a big one is stretching for sure, and trying to make sure that I'm not coming into the season with, you know, issues with my hips being too tight, that's throwing my back out and stuff like that, and just going in with minimal amount of issues and pain. I think that's huge. And then also, like I said, we had an amazing preseason. We were down in Chile for 5 weeks and had great skiing on the track and GS and stuff like that. And then also training with the Germans up in Whitehorse was unreal. It's good when the German boys come out because they bring a lot more aggression, and they're a real aggressive team. So I think it turns up the heat, and you can see it, like not even in myself and the rest of the team. Like everybody is ready to race, and it was great to have them there. And yeah, plus they got to go and check out our northern part of our country, so that was cool.
It's pretty nice there, I can say.
Okay, well, the stretching surprised me. I saw a video of you cow herding, cowboying. So I thought that's the special ingredient, because it looks like that's a pretty cool thing when you have to catch a cow. It looks like you have to anticipate moves of crazy ski crossers.
Well, I guess like I think the important part with that is like doing something like when I'm not racing and I'm in the off season, stuff like that, you know, like having a second passion that you're really going after. And right now for me, it's training horses and ranching and working with the cowboys and stuff like that. But, no, it's great. And then when you come back to the season, it's like this is vacation mode for me, right? This is awesome. You know, I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. sitting and riding for 10 hours straight. And then I tell you what, you're a lot more sore after that. It can get pretty rough. That or getting bucked off and kicked and stuff like that. It can hurt. But no, it's like I said, you know, it's really important to have that second passion, whatever it is, whether it's, you know, what I do or whether you really like mountain biking or traveling, whatever. Like you have to disconnect and kind of like reset. I think is really important so that when you do come back to skiing, like you're excited and you're wanting it. And I'm really excited to be here, and I'm excited for the season.
Yeah, let's talk about records. In only 7 years, you have already matched Jean-Fred Chapuis's 18 wins, and tomorrow you already could have the chance to break that record on his home track. What does that make with you?
Well, obviously there's some pressure there for sure. I know when you posted that on FIS Freestyle, I was like, because I knew that I had tied the record, but you know, I was going into the season and wasn't really thinking about it. But then you posted that, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that is a thing I have to think about now. But honestly, you know, everybody's seen me ski here, and I've got a long career left. It's not a if, it's when, right? So I'm not overthinking it. I'm just focusing on my skiing, and you know, if it doesn't work this race, then great. That means I'm one step closer to when I do get that win and move on to 19. So, you know, it's I'm not overthinking it. I'm not too stressed about it. I'm usually pretty good at, you know, disassociating that kind of stuff when I go into racing. But, you know, obviously it would be an amazing place to you know, take the lead, or, you know, put the record to bed here with Jean-Frédéric right in his own track. But obviously he had, you know, an amazing year, and we're still learning from what he did. And, you know, I'm just happy to have the opportunity to compete and stand next to those guys.
Yeah, compared to him, the only thing still missing is a medal, a gold medal at the Olympics. How do you plan to tackle that one with the Olympics coming up?
Same as every race, pretty much. You know, like lately I've kind of been talking with some of my sports psychologists and stuff like that. And, you know, the big thing that fortunately I think I've kind of picked up on my own, but it's, you know, not worrying about the outcome, worrying about the how. So, you know, like what I'm focusing my time on and my effort in my mind is not like winning an Olympic medal. It's the steps to get there. So, and that's for me, like waking up in the morning, stretching, doing a good inspection, and, you know, just being in a good mindset, and then getting some sleep and stuff like that. And that's the important stuff. You know, if you do that, that's what's going to set you up for that success. You know, if I sit here and ponder about winning an Olympic medal for the next, you know, 3 months or whatever it is till we go, that's not going to make me win a medal. It's all the prep work and going into there with my best version of myself.
And if you do win that Olympic medal, will we see your mom Nancy hopping up and down in the finish cheering for you?
Yeah, no, see if we can pull that off. But either way, it'll be exciting for them to get to watch the race.
I learned she's also a rugby player, so she taught you the tackle moves for ski cross?
Yeah, no, she coached me when I was in grade 12. They're playing rugby, but yeah, I don't know. You can ask those guys about my tackle moves.
Sometime.
It was all together, I would say.
I wish you the best of luck tomorrow, and for you after tomorrow. And Nancy, have fun cheering out there. And with that, we move on to our Olympic champions.
This Netherlands, a comfortable win for the reigning champion.
The defending Olympic champions are back. Sandra Naslund from Sweden, Olympic champion, world champion, and the most winning athlete in World Cup history. She is back on the World Cup home soil in Switzerland. He enters this season as the reigning world champion.
And now we have the two that are still wearing the Olympic crown with us tonight. We have Sandra Naslund, one of the most anticipated comebacks and Olympic champion, and double world champion and Olympic champion, Ryan Regetz. Thank you very much and welcome. So you're both champions. You both know how to compete under pressure. So who do you think handles Olympic nerves better?
I don't know. I've been to 3 Olympics, and this hopefully would be my 4th. So yeah, I have a lot of experience, and yeah, it's for sure something special with the Olympics. But yeah, in the end, it's just a normal race, just a lot of more stuff around it.
Yeah, Sandra, and it looks like you are very much in form. Like, you're clearly back. You have come here to Val Thorens, won both qualies. Talking about nerves, was it more nerves or more happiness being back here?
A little bit of both. For sure, it's a lot of fun to be skiing a big course again and back with all the friends and the athletes. So it's a lot of fun, but also it's been I've been really nervous and kind of don't know really what to expect. I've been feeling good, but like you never know, and haven't been getting too many chances to challenge other racers. So yeah, to win the boat qualies felt pretty good for the confidence, for sure.
Yeah, you've lived on both sides of the medal, as we say. You have been untouchable on the top, and then you've missed out on 2 seasons. Just
or not, and like get into the race mode again. But yeah, I just look forward to the season and hopefully can stay on the skis this season.
And we're looking forward to seeing you race tomorrow. And with that, we have some questions for you guys. So I will start with your questions because we're with you. Christopher Sternhead, one of your fans, is asking, Sandra, have your preparations for Milano Cortina been different than before Beijing 2022 with a gold medal emoji?
Yeah, I guess every season the preparation is a little bit different, but yeah, with the injuries and not been able to race for the last 2 seasons, it's been a little bit more difficult and struggling a little bit. But I also feel pretty ready, and also like the motivation is pretty high. So with that, I think I will just try to enjoy, and then we'll see how it goes.
That's the spirit. And the next one is actually also an Olympic gold medalist that we know very well, and we hope that she will be back. Marielle Thompson asks, does Sandra wish she could bring Aska, her dog, to every World Cup? Because I would like this too.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But also it's a lot of work, so it's kind of nice to just think about myself and my preparations, but for sure I miss her every day when I'm away.
It would be so cute.
Yeah, and I guess she would love to run along with me in the course.
Thank you. So Ryan, I have to ask you this. I think you're a little mad. No, your coach Enrico, he told me the story that last season, before the World Cup has even started, you said that if nothing goes right, I will win Val di Fassa and then I will win World Championships at home. And he did exactly that. So did you unlock some secret manifestation skills? Is it madness or just Ryan logic?
Sometimes I guess I'm a bit psychic, so that maybe worked out a bit too well, a bit scarily well. No, I always knew which races are kind of aligned with my skill set, and I'm quite capable of motivating myself for certain events and putting all my energy into those. And so Val di Fassa was one, and won there, and then also the World Champs. I mean, since my injury in December 22 with my left knee, I've been working towards that goal for coming back to St. Moritz. That was my comeback race 14 months after the injury, and then like another 13 months after that, it was World Champs time. So I've been working towards that day for an extreme, and the season turned out to be pretty well. And taking home the medals at the big events, and well, the Globe a couple of years ago, also with Sandra then. So I forgot the question. Tell me.
Tell us the predictions for this season. What's your manifestation?
Yeah, well, for this season, it started, well, similar to last year. I think first qualification, I'm 2 places behind not qualifying last year. So everything's in plan so far. I qualified in the second race. I mean, it happens, was small mistakes and they add up, and the field is really tight with so many guys and competing at. Well, it's a different situation. I mean, the last Olympic Games in Beijing or China were my first, and was fortunate enough to take home the gold there. And now we're really close to home. So it's Milano Cortina will be racing in Livigno. That's, well, very close to Switzerland. So I'll hopefully have a lot of friends and family coming to watch and cheer. And yeah, different situation. I'm very excited, and I'll try and perform my best, be smart during the season, and that's for sure the big goal of the season. And it worked out twice really well for me. Oh, well, 3 times with the team event, so yeah, why not a 4th time?
Thank you. And with that, we will go to your questions. And the first one is coming from your roommate, Tobias Power. He is asking, Ryan, how was your week prep for Valto? And he has like this emoji, so I don't know.
Yeah. So he said he'll write, or he wrote a question, and so my week at home was really bad. Actually, I had a stomach bug and was spending the whole week on the toilet, lost 2 kilos, so therefore not ideal.
Ouch.
There you are, Toby, you're welcome. And yeah, it was pretty bad. So I'm happy to be here, happy to have my stomach back in order. And yeah, well, first race didn't work out, but the second hopefully will.
So Ilva is asking, do you have a favorite song you listen to just before you race?
I do not. I usually just put on Spotify and then whatever song comes up, which was listening last. Usually it's some upbeat kind of music. Last year I listened to a lot of, for workouts, like German hip-hop, rap kind of stuff.
You also had a really fun one in Val di Fassa. I think you were always singing that on the...
Yeah, that's the Möbelstück.
Yeah, can you sing it?
No, I will not.
Come on, Ryan.
No, I'm too shy.
Okay. So Philip W. has a couple of questions. The first is, who is your favorite skier of all time?
Well, that's a difficult question. My favorite skier of all time? Currently, not really. I guess when I grew up, Hermann Maier was my idol. So yeah, Hermann Maier.
And why is your moustache so pretty?
Yeah, well, kind of looks all right at the moment, so good. Well, it was Movember, and just shaved off the rest of my beard. Everyone else was wearing a moustache, so I was feeling a bit left out. So thought, you know what, just chop off the rest and wax the ends to look a bit more, well, just to change the look.
Well, guys, it was super fun. Thank you for joining me. I have to wrap this up. Yeah. Thanks so much. This was great. Guys, thank you for joining the Race Talk. And don't forget, tomorrow we have race day. And you can tune in the afternoon.